To continue our conversation on attitude, aptitude, and action, let's do a deep dive. And this deep dive I bring from Buddha Dharma, the teachings of the Buddha that has been elaborated upon by hundreds of masters throughout millennia and volumes upon volumes being written. Now, the crux of all of that is this aspiration. The aspiration of a bodhisattva is buddho bhaveyam jagato hitaya. I become a Buddha so that I can benefit all sentient beings. Now, what is the highest benefit? What is the end of suffering? I can help as much as I want, provide support to anybody, but if I do not bring awakening, if I do not bring nirvana, if I do not cut the ties to the samsara of all sentient beings, they would still remain in samsara and suffer. Therefore, the highest benefit anybody can bring to anybody else is the state of Buddhatva, the state of Buddhahood itself. In order for you to radiate that, you need to become a Buddha first. So that's the aspiration of a Bodhisattva. Now, how do I relate this to attitude, aptitude, and action? The proposition is, you may think good thoughts. You may think of good aspirations. It may do you good. It will do you good, because when you think of good things, at least maybe you won't indulge yourself in harmful things for yourself and for others. Now, that's just thinking, and it's still beneficial. But if you think of action, when you take the walk, when you take the prasthana, so therefore these two, Pranidhi Bodhicitta and Prasthana Bodhicitta, the aspirational aspect and the mobile aspect, when you start gaining momentum, when you engage in this action, there are consequences. And these consequences stemming out of Buddho Bhavayam Jagato Hitaya, which is the highest of all aspiration, will only benefit. It will benefit you, for you to become free, liberated, and awakened, enlightened, so on and so forth. And it will radiate out of you without even you really taking action. Now, this action is silent because you've become a Buddha. You radiate, and that's your action, because you do not have need to take action anymore. And so this becomes transcendent. It's still an action in the general sense of the understanding, but this is not really an action. You radiate, and you radiate in a way that this will benefit all sentient beings, and ultimately it will also lead them on the path of becoming a Buddha, and they will walk the path of a Bodhisattva. So this is the relation that I was trying to bring to you. Let me know if this concept is clear. If you want more on this, I'm going to make a few more videos on these aspirations and taking the aspiration onto yourself, and also walking like a bodhisattva. You do not just talk or think, but you walk as a bodhisattva. And what are the aspects of walking as a bodhisattva? So this is the aspect of spirituality that I was going to bring to you in something that's day to day, because having a good attitude, having aptitude and action is day to day. But when you think of it in this deep aspect, when you think of it as something that is so deep in your consciousness, you can just radiate this through your being.